Yo, what is up, everybody? We are back with war number 3 of season 62, and this war, NewN, is up against Cav, which is very exciting. You know, we got a lot of friends in Cav, Ja, Pokey, Unam, Onda. Shout out to all you guys. You're awesome, and Beerus, and I'm pretty sure, I think Sky is in Cav. I'm pretty sure he's still in Cav, so if you are, shout out to you too. And yeah, very, very fun war matching them. My team is going to be Shang, Guardian, and Wags. I'm going to be taking path 7 and then path 6, along with a couple minis afterwards. This was a pretty interesting war. I mean, 2 paths I usually never take, and you know, it was honestly kind of fun. It was a little bit refreshing because I do consider them, or at least, you know, in this case, the placements that were on them were a bit easier, so it was nice just going through them. Up first, we have Iron Man Infinity War on Node 7, which is obviously just diversity placement. He doesn't benefit at all from the node. In fact, the node actually helps, because every time I throw a special, I'll armor break him, so I'll remove one of his armors. I could have used Shang or Guardian for this, but I used Guardian mainly because he can parry non-contacts. So yeah, that was the tiebreaker for me. I was like, you know what? I would like to parry his mediums. And yeah, so we're just gonna go for SP1, SP2 in this fight. A great thing about having Wags on my team is that he has a really good synergy with Guardian, which just gives him more charges faster. I believe it's a 3.5 seconds faster, so it is actually very significant. There it didn't matter. That SP2 just nuked him, regardless of if we had a few less charges, but you know, that synergy is always nice. Up next, we have node, I believe 16. Yeah, 16 Spider Ham. So blood in the water, physical resistance, and when he throws a special, he puts the trank on me. So our goal for this fight is to keep using our cleanse strike to remove the trank, remove any debuffs he'd put on me, etc. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Keep him slowed, and try to go for my SP2 when his little pig charges are about to expire. So we'll see that as we get to that point. His first SP1, I do reset off of it, which I learned at that point that, if I reset directly after the SP1, he still gets a taunt on me, which I'm trying to avoid. So I think here I do slow. Yeah, I do slow first, and then heavy to reset my strikes. Gonna be one more SP1 out of him. I've gotten a couple perfect dodges and perfect parries, I believe, so I was pretty confident this would kill him, even with the physical resistance, and it does. So yeah, super easy, super quick Spider Ham action. And now we have path 6 in section 2, and we got first Karolina on fisticuffs, which, you know, this is interesting. I'm assuming it's here to kind of, well, obviously, you know, this season Cosmics, you don't want to ramp Mr. Sinister, so I'm assuming this is maybe to like deter him with fisticuffs a little bit. But on the flip side, of course, if you're not using him, it makes Karolina much easier, because I have 30 seconds where she can't gain her power gain, she can't gain her iridescence. I think they're called iridescence. She can't do anything weird. So I turned on suicides just so I could get these 2 fights down faster. And yeah, I even PS1 because I was like, this Karolina doesn't have much health. As long as I can get, you know, 1 or 2 perfect dexes, I should be able to just nuke her even with the PS1. And obviously I do pop a Wags here. Originally, I believe I had Mojo for this fight, but then I gave the Mojo minis, like they went to Sam with Hood. Yeah, Sam's in my BG. They're very cool. Here you can see Karolina's already almost dead. I just need to get back to an SP2. But yeah, so I only had Mojo for this fight, and we just decided for me to drop him and bring Wags instead. And yeah, that was easy, 19 seconds. And now we have Spot on this Conflictor node, which did actually, which was harder than I anticipated for a reason I did not anticipate. But, you know, obviously Spot, when he throws an SP1, he puts the buff immunity debuff on himself, so he keeps triggering Conflictor. But I actually prefer that. I'd like him to keep throwing SP1s in theory, because that means, one, he won't get prowess. I believe him throwing the SP1, even if it gets conflicted, it still removes the buffs on him. And two, it's just easy for me to remove spot charges, in theory. But we're going to see how that goes. So I cleanse my suicides away in the first part here. Then I'd go for a medium light. I should have done a light medium, but it's okay. I just wanted to make sure I was at a heavy so I could punish this with a medium and wouldn't give him prowess. But, oh no, that time it worked. Okay. Then it's coming up. It's coming up in a second. So he throws this. I'm like, perfect. Let me punish this. Go for SP2. And I was not able to punish it, in fact. So I was like, okay, let me go for a heavy. And I'm like, all right, now medium, light, medium. And again, I can't hit, bro. It's like Spot is actually going untouchable, but not in the way I expected him to. but I mean, it's fine. Even if he gains a couple spots, like, he's already dead, so. Easy peasy. It was just, I was just so confused in the moment. I was like, how am I not hitting him with these? But yeah, pretty chill. And now, as you can tell by the mastery setup name, we're gonna run it back on 42 Jess, which, of course, I did die to last war. It was very, very upsetting. I did so many duels with decks off just to learn how it all works. And basically what I found out is I just can't be auto-running into her when she throws her SP2. Like, that's why I was unable to dodge it. Or, well, that's what messed up the spacing for me. So in this fight, I just knew, like, if she isn't instantly going to throw it, just make sure I'm, you know, like, dashing back. I'm not just walking up to her and baiting it. So yeah, I kept that in mind. But thankfully, she was nice. She was nice for the first part of the fight. Here, I just wanted to verify my masteries were correct. Verify the wags is on. Everything is good. I am going to pop an invul. Oh, what am I? Oh, yeah, that's where I was checking my masteries. I am popping an invul after what happened last time, just in case. And also because, like I said, I only got 6 fights this war, so very easy for me to just gray boost for all of them. I literally used one of each gray boost, and I had one of each in the overflow, so that works out. And yeah, I believe I checked the wags, I checked everything, we're good to go. And yeah, we're going to go from the normal rotation. Cleanse, stun, slow, heavy. And one good thing about this is I believe this Jess is not running physical resist, and she's also not, she doesn't have despair on. So that definitely helps. Here I'm slowing my combo down just so my SP2 makes me bypass the first ensnare. And here's where she was not throwing her SP2, so I was like, whatever. She dashed back. I'm the unblockable for my first cleanse. I'm just going to go for the kill. And boom, she's dead. So yeah, good revenge, I suppose. But yeah, that fight, I was healing for like 1.5k a tick. Which was good, because even if I messed up, like, I would have a safety net. I could just heal all the way back up to full and give it another try. But anyways, now we got the last fight of this war. You know, it's a classic. It's a simple one. 48 Photon with the boy Guardian. It feels like I've done this so many times, it would be redundant to, like, sit here and explain how I do it, but just basic strategy, SP3, SP3, SP2. I know in some fights, and this fight, it's going to be overkill. In other wars where I get 0 crits on my SP2, I need both the SP3's worth of ramp to kill her. Since I had wags, I could have gone away with SP3, SP1, SP2. But I just that didn't really, like, cross my mind when I was planning for this fight. I didn't really think of, like, going for less ramp because I had the synergy, so I just went for the super safe option. We weren't, like, pressed on time this war. So yeah, just gonna focus on Bane transfers. Don't accidentally parry when the shield is up. I parried once at the start, but that's because the shield was down. I was being very liberal with, like, trying to predict her throwing her SP1 and parrying that. Gonna be using my relic when I can, just for extending my combo, really. Here, we're doing a good job. Well, she's cooperating and letting us wait out her entire pure light phase, which is always good. Get the first SP3 off. And now, you know, we're good. I guess 33% of the way done with the fight. I don't know. I think this only takes like just over 2 minutes though. So it is going to speed up in a second. Keep pushing her SP1s, keep perfect parrying them. Of course, I always run 5 out of 5 collar tech with Guardian, which helps a lot. You know, shout out Anthem. He put me onto the collar tech game many seasons ago, but ever since then, it's definitely a game changer with Guardian, and honestly all the tech champs. It's awesome. So here, Bane another SP1. I'm like, okay, Bane is gonna come back soon, and she has pure light. Let me just wait. Let me just chill till Bane's on me to throw my SP3. That way, I waited out a lot of her charges. You know, it doesn't really matter, because, like, I think I'm going to take blocked hits here. Yeah, she's literally hitting me for 400 in the block with 4 Furies. So, Pure Light isn't doing much for her. Now I'm ready to go for my SP2. Here, she's holding under SP1, but I'm actually glad, because I have to wait for my Relic to come off cooldown anyways, the passive effect. So, I'm totally fine with her being a little passive herself. Here, I'm just going to go for my Relic into Heavy, just so I can have a second armor after I throw this SP2, because it's going to push her to 1 bar. I just wanted to be safe in case it didn't kill her. I wanted to be able to perfect parry in SP1, but didn't even need it. Super easy. And, you know, pretty good war. Nothing too insane. Definitely had some easier paths this one. But, you know, I'm glad I got the revenge on 42 Jess. Getting back in the groove of things, and, you know, I just got locked in for the rest of the season. Funnily enough, you know, with this season being 9 wars only, we're already a third of the way done. Which is interesting. I mean, you know, I don't particularly care too much about that, to be honest. Just less wars, so we're going to be locked in. Next video should be coming out Thursday night, so stay tuned for that. As of right now, I think we're winning right now. We have like 80 fights to go, I think, maybe 90 fights to go, so still lots of war to be played, but you know, good luck to the rest of the CAF people. Good luck, obviously, to everyone in NewN. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all later. Peace.